All right, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, you have 355 cop stories, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes, depending on the length of these little things. And they're all good stuff. They're all quick little stories. All my police work, vice, narcotics, gangs, a lot of gross alerts. You people out there that are perverted, those are good ones. They're hilarious. Okay, tampon napkins flying, people having sex on the floor, guys nude hanging from I-beams. Really good stuff. Now, continue on that website. We have 114 or 13 questions and answer period to that you've sent me questions. And you want to send me a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. My assistant's having a heart attack back there laughing at one of my things, and I hope that you will laugh at my things too. Okay, not my thing, my things. All right, clear that up right now, you bunch of perverts. Okay. So anyway, so now I'm in the South Bureau working in a South Los Angeles in Watts. There's 4 squads under a lieutenant, and I just told you the last, I don't know how many times, this incoming lieutenant we had, and he left. They transferred him. I thought, oh, this is great. We get a new face down here, get a new guy. Maybe he's competent this time. Maybe he has man body parts that he can go to. You know what I mean, guys? They hang down 2 of them. Maybe we're gonna get something like that. Looking good. No, the first guy was a Latino. Now we got a white guy. Not that it means anything, but they must have been cut from the same piece of wood, man. This guy's a duplicate. Bean counter administrator comes down. First thing he did was he gave us all an unlawful order. Okay, I won't get into what the order was, but we have a union and they have a contract that we go through every year, and you can't do this what he was going to ask for. And so I was like second senior now, all 4 of us, and he goes, "That's the order of the day." And I went, He's been here like maybe 3 weeks. It was by him. That's an unlawful order. What'd you say? I went, uh-oh, you can't give that order. It's not in the MOU is what we call the Memorandum of Understanding. It's like a union contract, pretty much. Or no, we can't be a union, obviously. Well, that's the order of the day. That's the captain said that's the way it's going to be. I said, okay. And he looks at me. I said, just want to make it clear. He goes, what? Because the standard policy is this. If someone says something like this unlawful, or saying unlawful meaning, it's not the right order. Can't. And everybody in that room does this, that means you agree with it and you approve it. Because later on, when there's a grievance coming down from one of the employees, they're going to say, oh, really? You guys all approved it, right? No. So I told him, I said, well, here's the thing, sir. I'm on notice that I disapprove of this order and I'm against the order. So when the lawsuit comes down, I'm going to be on that lawsuit against the captain because I think this is wrong. I'm not going to approve it. Just for the record. Oh, duly noted. I said, thank you. And the other 3 guys just sat there like potted plants. I felt like getting a pitcher and just started watering them, Useless piece of crap, okay? They just sat there. Again, like I told you one of the other stories. You hear about those my wife and I bought it from Sedona. Little characters, like a little dog with a head, and it's got a little solar panel. And you put it near the window and it does this, That's what they were. Horrible. Okay, fine. So the meeting broke up. He goes, I want to see you after the meeting. And I go, okay, fine. Kiss my butt, okay. Meeting's over, they're all leaving, all these potted plants. I don't know how they must have grew legs through the pots and walked out. But anyway. So he goes, he comes over and he goes, that's the most blatant insubordination I've ever heard. I go, what are you talking about? You're insubordinate. You're not going to follow that order. Oh, no, wait a minute. Hold it, Lieutenant. Oh, slow down. I said, I'm an ex-Marine here. I've been on the job 29 years. I follow orders. I will follow that order to the letter. But I'm telling you, that's a wrong order. You cannot give that order. Well, that's the way it is. I said, no, don't tell me I'm insubordinate. It's a wrong word. I may be a little cocky, a little salty, but I'm not insubordinate. I will follow that order. You can guarantee that. Oh, good. That's the order. Fine. I walked out. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so fine. So I get in my car and I drive back to my station. If you know all my videos, it ain't over, man. Pick up the phone. Okay, one of my partners in narcotics for 6 years is now one of the league representatives. He's on the league staff. He's the president of the league. Let me back up on that one. Okay? There's like 8, 9 directors. He's the main guy. So I call him up. He gave me his private cell phone years earlier in case I have something. Okay, I got something. So I tell him. He goes, what? I said, yeah, that's the order. Oh, no. No, that's not going to happen. I said, well, I'll just let you know what's going to happen. There's something's going on here. And I already told my guys, a couple of my guys, I lied. A couple of my guys are going to make a grievance. You're going to file a grievance about that because it violates the agreement of overtime. It was an overtime thing. They're going to go, oh, no, tell them don't do it. I'll take care of it. Okay, fine. It's okay, fine. So I went, this is small, petty stuff. Okay, I just went back to work. 2 hours go by. Guess who calls me? A lieutenant. This is so-and-so. How you doing, sir? I just want you to know that the captain called down and said that the order's been rescinded, that he had a rethink on this. Oh, you had a rethink out of that? That's a good word. I like that. A rethink. Does that mean you didn't think about it the first time? Okay? You lost me here. If you're going to give an order to, let's see, 18 divisions, each division has 9 people, 10 people. Do the math, 170-some people, okay? And you're not going to think about that order before you do it? You're going to have 175 grievances come in, which is not a good thing. They hate grievances because it makes the cap look bad, that he can't handle his people. That was a good one. Okay, so I'm subordinate. Okay, so I'm being a Mr. Nice Guy. Oh, okay, well, I figured they'd have a problem with that. So, yeah, you know what he's thinking. Somebody called. Probably thought I called. I don't care. You can think all you want. I don't give a crap. Okay, so now, told you earlier that we go to these meetings once a month, talk about crime stats. Okay, and I had the smallest division with personnel. Other guys had, other top steps had more people. We had to prepare a folder for our captain. In that folder was some things that, some stats, pretty much. Well, our lieutenant wanted all kinds of information in there. It took me like 2 hours to compile it. I didn't have any, the other guys had, they'd go into the division, had secretaries do it for them, okay? I didn't have that, I'm alone. And I'm doing search warrants, I'm not complaining, but I'm, trying to do these stats. Lieutenant, we had a pre-meeting with this lieutenant. Hey, I got these folders, yeah, but I'm having a hard time, I got too much work on this folder. You can't do these folders? I said, no, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm stopping my work, search warrants, so I can do these sticking folders. It's a waste of time, So here he comes. He goes, well, he's good, it's done, and he pointed to the top step that had 38 years on, okay, senior guy. He seems to get them done, and I said, okay. So you should get them done. I said, okay, fine. So about a week goes by, getting ready for the big meeting. He calls me. You get those folders done? I said, yeah. Well, so-and-so top step, he gets them done all the time. And I didn't know at the time, like I told the last video, that this top step senior, almost all narcotics, pretty much, I didn't know that he was working on the weekend, unauthorized working on the weekend. So on the weekend, but I said, well, I know this guy lives in the division, and he's doing these folders. He comes in on the weekend, does his folders in the office because he lives like 5 miles from the station, 3 miles from the station. I said, you want me to come in to my station? I'll come in, but I'll put in overtime for it. I'll come in on a Saturday. Oh, no, you should get it done. I don't understand he's doing that. I said, I'm telling you he's doing that. Well, who told you that? I'm not going to tell you who told me. One of his guys called me. I said, but he's working above and beyond a work week, uncompensated, which again is illegal. Okay, if somebody goes to work, you got to pay him. Well, I'll check into that. Well, you should. Well, what's funny was a month later, this same top step senior guy got arrested for shooting heroin. Okay, because he had a bad back injury. They tried to wean him off Oxycontin. Okay, and what was he doing on the weekends? Coming in, probably doing his stinking folders. Okay, for this stupid meeting that's a useless meeting, meaningless meeting. Is that right? Okay, and then I'm sure in the meantime he was either before he did the folders or afterwards shooting heroin. Okay, so so that was going on. Okay, so then of course he got popped for that, and so it was incredible. So during this time, this lieutenant was only here like 4 or 5 months. Okay, we went to another meeting. He liked to have meetings. I didn't like to have any meetings. So this was brought up about this top step was arrested. And they're going to send a replacement down there for him. Okay, fine. So we're talking about this, and then we heard that he was leaving. He'd only been there 3 months, 4 months. So one of the guys says, I heard you're leaving. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, they want to send me to be in charge of the detectives over there in that other division where they had that big controversy, over there. And he's a lieutenant. I'm going to be in charge of that unit. I'm going to clean it up, fix it, and then I'm going to make captain right after that. Well, to make captain, or any rank, well, captain, not higher than captain, you have to take an exam, a written exam. Then you have to take an oral board. You just don't go up there and say, I did a bitchin' job and they're going to make me captain. It doesn't work that way. It's civil service. You have to pass several steps to get there. So we're going, oh, that's great. Yeah, I need somebody in there, kick a little butt. I'm going to do it. I'm the guy to do it. And walking around like, I'm going, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm going to throw up. Okay. So he leaves. Okay, fine. Well, I got a lot of people in this department that know me. I give a lot of training, give a lot of classes, get people call me all the time. One guy calls from over there. Hey, we got this guy come from Europe. Yeah, he's a dick. He goes, yeah, he's coming in here all kinds of running around doing this, doing that, and procedures and this and that, audits. And I go, you having fun over there? He goes, yeah, what an idiot. I go, yeah, I know. We had him here, yeah. And then about a month later, I pick up the police paper, and his retirement on there. He's retired as a lieutenant. So I call this guy back. What happened? He goes, well, he didn't pass the exam. And the written exam comes only, I think it's every 3 years, every 2 years, something like that. So if you miss one, you got to wait another 2 years to take the next one. And he had some time on the job. He had I think he had close to 30. So I think he felt that his time was running out to make it, because everything's, you wait 2 years for the next exam and you pass it, then you have to take the oral interview 3-4 months after that. Almost 3 years from taking the exam to actually being promoted, and I think he felt he didn't have enough time. So he was an old Metro SWAT guy, so he had I heard he had a pretty good assemblage of guys that worked for him. But most of the guys that went there were older guys that worked with him when he was a policeman. Didn't work for him like I did when he was a lieutenant. I didn't want anywhere near that guy. Oh, forget it. I don't need people like that. So Mr. Fixer-Upper, I want to fix it. He didn't fix it. Somebody else came in after him and cleaned it up, and it was, you really can't fix something if you have bad personnel. I was told to fix my squad. I went down there and personnel were fantastic. And I think I fixed administrative stuff, but if I had bad people there, then you have bad people, you have to kick the people out. I think people there were fine. I think their managerial staff sucked, and they caused problems, and I think lack of supervision. I think, because the other guy came in there and pretty much cleaned it up, brought in some good people, kicked out a couple of guys, and then everything's fine. It usually only takes 1 or 2 people to make things really bad. He wasn't the one to do it. So, and then he had a nickname on the retirement thing. I won't mention the nickname, because if you mention the nickname, you can leak it back to him. But it was like a girl's name. I said, who would call me that? But I don't know. Be like the name Fred, and people are calling you Frederica. I mean, or something like that. It was just really weird. It was a weird name for a guy. And again, I'm not being sexist, but if a girl wants to be called a girl, I'll call her a girl. And a guy wants to be called, I'm a guy. Anyway, so that's this one. It's a short story, but he was a little bit. This is the people I had to work for. Wonderful. So we'll see you next time. Okay. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.